JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 21st of August 2020. So yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Friday's afternoon session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, just to see how everything's kind of getting along. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis, so you feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. Now, jumping into the charts, let's have a look at the German DAX, and this is what I was talking about this morning and throughout this whole week, that in order to consider maybe a bit of a decline here, maybe in the near term, we would need to see at least a drop below the 21-day EMA and then also below the 12,773 territory right here. For now, that's happening, and we are getting that break. However, also what I was also saying that we would like to see also a daily close below that. So again, we do have a few hours left until the German DAX kind of closes for the day and for the week. So let's see if the daily candle here will be able to stay below it. If it stays below this area here, below the 21-day EMA and below the 12,773 territory, then well, next week we could be seeing maybe a bit of a larger correction here to the downside. For now, we will class that as a correction. I'm not going to try to kind of drag this all the way here to the these lower, much lower levels, but initially we will aim for the low of the 30th of July near the 12,254 level, and then we'll take it from there. Jumping into Nasdaq 100 now, this one was on fire yesterday, and it created a new all-time high for itself, and well, then kind of it kind of stayed here. It created this. It hit the let me just grab this level here. Oh, so it hit the 11,497 during its trading hours. So this is the all-time high here. However, on the cash index, there was a higher level at around 11,525 zone. Now, looking at the cash index right now, we can see that the price is currently balancing actually slightly below, but very near this official all-time high here, and of course we'll be very careful today as well, because what we want to see is maybe a new all-time high. Why not? I mean, if it continues to just create these all-time highs every day, then well, why not another one? Why not to finish off this week with a brand new one? However, we will consider this idea only if we pop above this 11,497 territory. If we do see a push above that, then yes, of course, we'll aim for that 11,525 level, which is the kind of the high on the cash index. And if that gets broken, then yes, the sky's the limit for this one. Maybe we could then start considering the 11,600, because if you remember in the beginning of this week, I was talking about when we were still trading around here, I was talking about that there is a potential for this one to go further north and hit maybe levels like 11,400 or 500, and look what happened. It hit exactly those areas, but like I said, now what I'm going to do here is, like I said, if we're going to get a nice push above the 11,497 territory, then yes, we will I will be aiming for some higher levels, and it would be quite, like I said, it would be quite interesting to see if we could reach the 11,600. But again, let's not let's keep it short and simple. Let's be very careful, because on the other hand, the Nasdaq is quite overstretched, and something that I really wanted to show you as well, guys. Basically, if let me just grab one of these tools. So basically, if we take the index from, let's say, if we measure it from this decline, this drop that we had here in March, and drag it all the way here to this yesterday's high, so we can see that we roughly made, in this little period of half a year, we've made around 69, well, let's round it up, around 70%. So it gained from this area, it rallied from this area, from this low till yesterday, it kind of made around 70%. So last time it took the index to make 70%, was from, let me just quickly grab this one, let me just double check. I think it was from around 2017 last time I checked, so I think it was somewhere around August time. So let me just quickly check this. So if we grab this to this February, drag it to this February high, then yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So basically, it's not here, it's a little bit right here. So around from the end of August, I would say. So basically, look, last time it took the index to kind of travel such or should I say gain such a percentage, it took it around, well, 2.5 years basically. But here we've managed to make all this gain in only around half a year. So basically that's quite spectacular, to be honest. I mean, on the other hand, it's also at the same time quite worrying. So that's why, guys, be very careful here. Like I said, this is quite interesting. Of course, as you all know, the greater the uprise, the harder the fall, and we know that from, well, from this year's and the first quarter, where the index at this point, when we were sitting around here, when we were at these 8,000s, and we were seeing Nasdaq just rallying non-stop here. It was quite interesting to see. And then, well, I mean, everything turned around, and we had this strong decline. The market got offset, and yep, and now we're seeing another rally like this. But that's why probably be very careful. Keep your eyes on this upside support line taken from the low, the 23rd of March as well. And if that gets broken, then maybe this is where it could open the door towards lower areas. But for now, guys, it is a little bit on a difficult side. I mean, it continues to rally, so we don't want to get caught out here. But yeah. It is quite interesting, the fact that, like I said previously, it took it around 2.5 years to gain around 70% here from let's say, if we take it from this point here, and now is just like I said, it's just pushing higher from, if we take it from this low, from the March low here, and drag it all the way towards the towards this yesterday's high, then yes, like I said, it kind of made this 70% here already, so in only a matter of half a year. So again, let's keep an eye on this. Let's see how all this is going to play out. I mean, for now, it's still, the index could continue traveling higher, but of course we'll be very, very careful. DXY, so beautiful movement. This is what I was talking about this morning and yesterday. Basically, I was this morning I was saying that keep your eyes on this 92.55 level, which, as you can see, continued to provide good support. So this is what I was talking about this morning, that if this area continues to provide support, we could see a nice reversal and a push back to the upside, where initially we could target the 21-day EMA or this 93.81 level. So we've managed to kind of have a nice rebound, so half of the job is done. So let's see now if the index can reach this 21-day EMA and or test the 93.81 level. So again, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see how all this is going to play out. But yep, for now, guys, everything's looking quite interesting here on the dollar index. So let's see if we can reach this area. For now, yes, we are slightly on the bullish side. I mean, we are very careful, of course. I mean, but just from the very short-term perspective, we are slightly on the bullish side. So let's see if we can reach this 93.81 zone. Now gold. Gold, to be honest, not much has changed, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. So this morning I talked about this area right here, basically between these two lines, a short-term downside resistance one, a line taken from the high of the 7th of August, and a medium-term upside support line taken from the low of the 20th of March. So for now, as long as it's stuck here, to be honest, we're not really going to do anything. It's just going to continue observe the price action. Bitcoin, quick update here. So initially this week we had a nice push higher. It seemed like it wants to travel further north. However, this 12,325 level proved to be quite an obstacle, I would say, and that's the highest point of August of 2019. So it overshot that level, but it failed to close above it. And you can see this is then on Tuesday we also had an overshoot, but it then quickly reversed back down. So now the crypto is drifting lower. However, it still remains above this 21-day EMA, which kind of supports still the bulls, and gives a bit of hope for the bulls. So if this 21-day EMA continues to provide support and remains intact, then I would say if the daily candle doesn't close below this, then there is still potential for this crypto to move to the upside. If you're more on the cautious side, well, we can wait for a push above the 12,325 level and then aim for some higher areas. Now, jumping into a few pairs, AUD JPY, quick update here. So I talked about this one recently, and yesterday I told you guys to keep an eye on this short-term upside support line taken from the low the 22nd of June. So yep, that's great news. Great news for the bears. The upside line is getting broken right now, and it got broken yesterday, but we didn't really get that daily close. And today it's having another attempt. Again, we're not going to rush into this anything here yet, because we want to see if this daily candle will remain below this upside line and below the 21-day EMA. If so, then it increases the chances of a possible further move lower. But as I've mentioned to you guys before, the ideal scenario here for us, the ideal scenario for us to consider larger extensions to the downside could come on a break of the 75.16 level right here, which previously acted as a fantastic area of resistance and also as a good area of support, as you can see right here. So keep your eyes on this. First of all, of course, keep your eyes on the 21-day EMA and this upside support line. If the daily candle remains below this, then yep, it increases, like I said, the chances for a possible further move lower. NZD CAD, very quickly here. So I haven't looked at this one for quite a while, and to be honest, you can see that by the shifted kind of shifted everything. So yeah, let me just clear up the chart here. So after the pair started kind of let's say after the pair broke this upside support line, it drifted lower and continued to drift lower, and it continues to do so today as well. But again, oh sorry, not today, but yeah, this week. But today we're seeing a bit of a correction here to the upside. However, the problem here is that the rate is already below all of its EMAs, even the 200-day EMA. So that's kind of raising a few concerns here in the bull block, and basically this could mean that the pair could continue drifting further further south. Now it's getting a hold up near this area right here today, near the 0.8596 zone, marked by the high of the 26th of May. And you can see that yesterday we had an overshoot, but we didn't really get a daily close. Today we're seeing a nice rebound from this area again, but we still remain below this 200-day EMA. So how we could play this one out is keep your eyes on this level. If we get a daily drop here below this area, then the next potential target for us is the this little area of support near the 0.8487. A nice good drop below that could, yep, open the door for a further decline towards the lowest point of May. And let me just grab this line right here. And we could aim for the lowest point of May near the 0.8345 level. But again, that's a bit of a maybe a huge move here. However, it is possible, but we need that confirmation drop below the 0.8596 level. So keep your eyes on that one. In terms of the upside, now, first of all, we can get rid of this downside line here, or sorry, upside line, and well, actually, we can recycle it. And let's do it this way. We can use it as a downside one, and we can try to see where the potential kind of breakout could come in order to kind of aim for some higher levels. And we can see clearly now that first of all, not only that a break of this downside line would be needed, and this downside line is, by the way, taken from the high of the 31st of July, but we also need to see a push above this highest point of this week. Probably not going to even use the word current highest point, because probably that's how it's going to end the week. And this is the highest point of this week, the 0.8746. A nice good pop above that would place the rate above all of its EMAs now, even the 21-day EMA, and maybe more buyers could see this as a good opportunity to step in. So for now, at this point in time, that's the level for the upside. If the pair drifts further down, let's say, then maybe we'll lower that barrier here, this potential breakout area. But at this point in time, these are the two levels that I'm keeping an eye on. GBPCHF. Now here the pair continues to struggle with this 1.2037 territory. I keep talking about this whole week, and basically we need that confirmation break here before we could aim for some higher levels. Today the pair did come close to that area, but failed to move above it. So again, we're not really going to do anything, because even for the downside scenario, we need to see a break of this, a move back below this downside resistance line taken from the high of the 13th of December, and then a drop below the 1.1754 territory. That's where the downside scenario could come after. But again, for now, as long as it's stuck here, we're not really doing anything. We're just observing the price action, and in order to aim for some higher levels, then yes, this is what we need here. We need to see a drop below, a break above this 1.2037 territory, and ideally also a daily close would be nice here. So keep your eyes on that one. And finally, EURUSD. So wonderful movement. Everything is according to what I was talking about this morning and yesterday. Basically, it failed to move above this 1.190910 territory, so this area did provide kind of is seen as a good area of resistance. So it didn't really reach this area anyway today, but it came close to it, and we'll take that, and now it started drifting lower. So everything's kind of working out nicely. Initially, what I was saying that I will target the 21-day EMA, which we've got a test. As you can see, had a perfect hit, or if this 21-day EMA fails to provide support, then a drop to the 1.1725 level could be possible. So but if you want to go for even lower levels, we need that confirmation break, because as you can see, previously this area did act as a fantastic area of support, this 1.1725 zone. We did have a few overshoots, but we didn't really get daily candle staying below this area. So if we do see the daily candle staying below this area, then yep, further declines could be possible. But we do have this upside support line. This is where the problem is, because in a way, for now, all this move lower could still be seen as a temporary correction before another possible leg of buying. Because as long as this upside line remains intact, there is still a chance for the bulls to step step in somewhere around here and drive this one to the upside. If this upside line gets broken, this is probably going to be a feast for the bears. And we could see a larger extensions to the downside. For now, from the very short-term perspective, yes, we will aim for some slightly lower areas, also especially if it starts dropping below the 1.1725 zone. But for now, overall, we'll keep an eye on this upside support line. So I hope you found it useful, guys, and thank you very much for watching and listening. I hope you will have a fantastic weekend. Try to relax, enjoy it as much as possible, and come fresh on Monday. And that's where we're gonna be. That's where we're gonna pick up on, and where we're gonna pick up on these instruments. And we'll take it from there. So once again, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. And I'll see you all on Monday at my Traders Espresso, 6 o'clock GMT time. Thank you very much, and bye bye.